What's up, guys? So today we're going to read a quote by a very famous philosopher from the book called Meditations. In his book 6.17, it says, "The elements move upward, downward, in all directions. The motion of virtue is different. It's deeper. It moves at a steady pace on a road hard to discern and always forward." So that quote right there was by Marcus Aurelius, a very famous Stoicism philosopher. Let me ask you guys this question. Have you ever looked at your life and you felt like you were falling behind? You look around and it seems like everybody else is moving forward. Someone is making more money than me. Someone got the opportunity that I've been praying for. Someone's relationship just looks perfect. Someone seems like they already have their life figured out. And then you look at yourself and you start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not there? Why am I not where I thought I would be? But maybe you are just measuring progress the wrong way. In this book, Marcus Aurelius talks about progress and movement. And the way that I understand this passage is that there is a difference between moving forward in the world and moving forward within yourself. Because think of it like this. You could make more money and become greedier. You could finally become successful and lose your humility. You could have thousands of people telling you how great you are, and somehow you become more insecure than you were ever before. From the outside, right? From the world's perspective, it looks like you're winning. But from the inside, you are losing yourself. And I think that's something that we do not talk about enough, because the opposite can happen too. Maybe life doesn't look like it's going your way right now. Maybe you feel that's something that you gave everything to. Maybe somebody you thought would be in your life forever isn't there anymore. Maybe you watch everyone else move forward while you feel like you're stuck in the same exact place. And maybe you are trying your hardest and nobody even sees it. And when you're living through that, it is really so easy to believe that you are going backwards. But what if you're not? What if this season is teaching you something that getting everything you wanted never could? Maybe you lost, but you learned how to keep going after losing. Maybe you got your heart broken, but you learned that you can survive without that person you thought that you could not live without. Maybe you made a mistake, but it humbled you. Maybe that door closed, but you learned how to stop forcing things that weren't meant for you. Maybe you're not where you want to be yet, but you're becoming someone who will actually be ready when you get there. Sometimes we don't realize how much we've grown because we're too focused on how far we still have to go. Think about yourself a year ago. Think about yourself 2-3 years ago. Think about the things that used to destroy your peace. Think about how easily you used to react. Think about the things you used to chase. Think about the people's approval you thought you needed. Think about the things you once believed you would never get through. And guess what? Somehow you are still here. Maybe the old you would have argued, but now you know when to stay quiet. Maybe the old you would have chased someone who walked away, but now you are learning to let people go. Maybe the old you would have let that one bad day become a bad week, and now you're learning how to wake up tomorrow and try again. Maybe the old you needed everyone to understand you, and now you realize that sometimes you can have peace without being understood. That is real growth. It might not show up on your bank account. Nobody might not congratulate you for it. You can't post it like a trophy, but guess what? That is real progress. People don't need to know that you are progressing in life. Nobody needs to know that you are taking a step forward in life. And that's why you have to be careful when it comes to comparing your life to somebody else's, because you're looking at what they have while ignoring who you are becoming. You're comparing their accomplishments to your struggles without realizing that your struggles might be building your character. Everybody wants a destination, but nobody sees a night when you are questioning yourself. Nobody sees the times that you wanted to quit. Nobody sees the battles that you have to fight inside your own head just to keep moving forward. And maybe right now, your greatest accomplishment isn't something you can show anybody. Maybe your greatest accomplishment is simply that you did not give up. So instead of waking up every single day and asking yourself, why am I not there yet? Ask yourself this: am I more disciplined? Am I more patient? Am I learning how to forgive? Can I handle disappointment better? Am I becoming more humble? Am I learning how to control myself instead of trying to control everything around me? That is what progress really looks like. Not look at everything I have, but look at everything I went through and look at who I became because of it. So if you're watching this right now and you feel behind, I want you to remember something. You're not looking at the finished version of your life. You're looking at one chapter. And maybe this chapter isn't about getting everything you want. Maybe it's about becoming someone stronger, someone wiser, someone more patient, someone more disciplined, someone who doesn't fall apart every time life doesn't go according to plan. So don't only measure progress by your money. Don't measure it by your followers. Don't measure it by your relationship. Don't measure it where your friends are in life. But look at yourself. Look at what you survived. Look at what you learned. Look at the things that don't control you anymore and ask yourself, am I becoming a better person than I was yesterday? Because if the answer is yes, then you are moving forward. Even if nobody can see it yet, you are still moving forward.